Hello everyone, we are Catalina Álvarez, Maria Rebeca Caldas, and Luis Alejandro Riaño. We are going to present the structure designed by us of education in the future. We were inspired on the ideas of ancient thinkers and philosophers who thought in the importance of education and create a philosophy of education by themselves. Education in the future must be a resource that allows to next generations to analyze and create solutions to social, economic, cultural, and environmental problems that arise. This education should be the means by which people can develop their skills in order to put them at the service of the society to build a better world. Although it is thought for the future, education must keep the aim of helping people to develop the dimensions of the human being, a harmonious relationship between body, mind, and soul, and to find their vocation. In addition, as Gandhi said, through education, children, youth, and adults must prepare to lead to economic independence and self-reliance for livelihood. Furthermore, education in the future should allow all people to learn knowledge and specialize in useful skills for employment market. That is, according to Gandhi, education should be imparted through some productive craft or industry and useful correlations should be established with that industry. Moreover, education has to include a method in which people and technology form a healthy relationship. In other words, education should teach an adequate way to use the tools that provide technological devices to prevent mental and physical sickness that produce the addiction of the technology.
Okay, so moving on to learning environments, we think that there will be two different learning environments. The first one will be the academic and theoretical section, and the second one will be the practical one. So, about the academic and theoretical section, students will learn academic disciplines with following a traditional curricula, but in dynamic classrooms. This means we're going to follow one of Montessori's ideas in which freedom of choice and following students' interest is the most important thing of education. And they will do this through research. So students will be given the choice to research in a specific subject they are interested, and they will also have different integral activities and interdisciplinary activities that will help them develop different skills, but learning while learning an academic discipline. The practical section will be dedicated to creative and soft skills. This will be more of a technical education with completely dynamic and practical classrooms. So these soft skills might be coding, communication skills, marketing skills, selling skills, and this might assure a future job with more opportunities, taking into account that the world's completely changing right now. Academic disciplines might not be as important in the future. So this follows also one of Gandhi's ideas in which work dignifies life. About teaching and learning, we think that students in the academic section will be divided or separated according to their age. This is according to one of Plato's ideas in which a hierarchy in education is necessary. And we think this is because students or the learning of academic disciplines is directly related to the thinking processes of students. So this will be easier to handle if they are divided in age groups. The students in the practical section will not have an age limit because we think anyone could learn these soft skills. And finally, teachers are expected to be experts in their subject. If they are going to teach an academic discipline, it is mandatory that they are experts in their subject. But if they are going to teach a soft skill, they only have to have experience in it and just know how to teach it.
The purpose of the School of the Future proposed by us is very important. In the first place, because the foundation of education that we propose generate that people obtain a critical position and contribute to social change, a change that is so much needed in a country like Colombia. In the same way, the pillars of education that we propose have a very clear and important purpose, and it is to help reduce unemployment and poverty, which is fundamental, because in this way the quality of life of citizens is increased. All purposes are closely related to work, in the sense of ensuring people a chance to support themselves. On the other hand, by stimulating the way in which it is taught generates that students pay more attention and manage to understand what is being taught. This results in your change of getting into a university increasing on and your change of getting a job also increase. Similarly, this has the consequence that crime, poverty, and extreme poverty rates decrease considerably. Now, it is clear that for this, an investment in the education sector is necessary. This investment must be made by the state. The state, as the first guarantor of rights, must ensure that these are fulfilled, which is why it must be in charge of injecting the educational sector so that it fulfill its purpose. Similarly, the state must be clear that in order to improve people's quality of life, it must increase the budget allocated to education. The state, or at least a state like the Colombian one, can decrease its investment in defense and increase its investment in education. Finally, it is necessary to clarify that say investment must be made throughout the national territory. That is, all young people in the country must have the right to access that education.
Key drivers of education in the future include the conditions that motivate the restructuring of the educational method and its aims. In this way, although it is not known with certainty what the future will be like, the conditions can be predicted through the analysis of the present. We are living in a time in which global warming is alarming, and the levels of pollution due to the accumulations of industrial waste are destroying the ecosystems. For this reason, the education of the present and the future must create and promote an ecological awareness in people about the importance of ecosystems and their care to guarantee availability of resources to next generations. In the same way, education must be the key element in the transformation process of societies. Countries need to protect democracy, and human rights of all people must be protected. Moreover, education must struggle against misinformation and media manipulation through critical and free thinking. Finally, education must be the bridge that joins humanity and technology to allow the development of new sustainable industries and greater accessibility of employment. Thank you for paying attention, and let us know in the comments what do you think about education in the future.